Panggil-panggil lagi kawan-kawan you. Masuk. Alright guys. Topik hari ini, movement of substances across the plasma membrane in living organism. Previous kita dah belajar movement of substances across, sorry. Kita mulakan kelas kita dengan surah Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Okay, selamat pagi kepada kawan-kawan kita yang non-Muslim. So, welcome to my class again. This is the sixth class, isn't it? 6, 7, 8. Yes, 3 kali. So, this is the sixth. Hopefully, you have benefit from the class yang sebelum-sebelum ni. So, hari ni kita nak sambung our discussion untuk topik movement of substances, okay, across the plasma membrane. Alright, previous kita dah belajar structure of plasma membrane. Untuk chapter 3,
yang ada kedai-kedai depan tu.
macam mana saya nak mute-kan? Okay, sebelum ni kita dah belajar structure of plasma membrane. We have learned that in the plasma membrane, there is carrier protein. Kita dah tengok structure of carrier protein. We have channel protein, okay, phospholipid bilayer, glycoprotein, glycolipid and cholesterol. Siapa tahu what is the difference between glycoprotein dengan glycolipid? Anyone? Beza glycolipid dengan glycoprotein. Wan Ishraq, tak nak try ke? Ni dah belajar dah ni last week. Okay, simple. Yang carrier protein dengan channel protein. What is the difference between carrier protein dengan channel protein?
Channel protein ada lubang.
Ada lubang. Channel protein ada lubang. Carrier protein ada apa? Binding site. Okay, kalau carrier protein dia ada specific binding site. Channel protein dia ada rongga kat tengah. Dia ada lubang. Lebih kurang lah. Kalau glycoprotein dengan glycolipid, dia ada glycogen melekat kepada protein, kita panggil glycoprotein. Kalau ada glycogen melekat kepada lipid, kita panggil dia glycolipid. Okey, dan kedua-duanya berfungsi dengan specifically. Okey, glycoprotein biasanya kita panggil dia macam antigen. Antigen ni untuk pengenalan pada sel-sel tertentu. Contohnya kita punya red blood cell, darah A. Kenapa darah A? Sebab kita ada glycoprotein yang membawa antigen A. Okey, glycolipid biasanya dia merupakan reseptor. Reseptor untuk bind dengan hormones. Okey, ni yang kita dah belajar in previous class. Kalau ingat lagi lah, ingat tak? Ni basic tau, korang kena tahu, okey? Alright. And then we have learned about concept of movement of substances across a plasma membrane. Kita dah belajar yang ni tau. And we learned that kalau dia tanya what is the type of transport. Type of transport. So you boleh jawab either passive transport ataupun active transport. Ni semalam teacher buat kelas dengan form 5 kan. So kalau SPM dia akan tanya macam ni dan terms yang dia guna adalah type. Kalau dia nak tanya type of transport, so you bagi either passive ataupun active transport. Kalau dia kata what type of passive transport, then baru kita bagi jawapan dia either simple diffusion, osmosis ataupun facilitated diffusion. Okay. Tapi kalau in IGCSE dia tak sebut pasif, dia terus sebut simple diffusion, osmosis, facilitated diffusion and active transport. Okay. So hari ni kita nak fokus kepada kriteria yang ketiga, that is movement of substances across a plasma membrane in living organism. Meaning kita nak apply dia kepada benda-benda hidup. So we are going to discuss the passive and active transport in living organism, and then kita akan belajar tentang tonicity of solution, and then the effect of tonicity into animal cell dengan plant cell. So hopefully sempatlah cover this one, and then kita akan discuss beberapa question. Seperti mana yang teacher dah share dekat you all handouts tu, ada beberapa question regarding this. Okay, and I hope that kita boleh cover also movement and substances across the plasma membrane and its application in daily life. Okay, yang ni ada beberapa phenomenon yang kita akan discuss. Hopefully sempat juga untuk kita cover hari ni. Kalau habis hari ni, dan 2 kelas lagi teacher boleh fokus in bagi you cara teknik menjawab paper 6. Sebab topik ni dia ada banyak eksperimen. I dah sharekan link MRSM channel, macam mana cikgu-cikgu di MRSM seluruh Malaysia ni yang terpilih, diorang dah buat dah eksperimen dan diorang dah record. Okay, so you boleh observe later bila balik maktab, boleh repeat the experiment with your teachers so you boleh experience the experiment. Macam mana nak handle. Okay, ada cara macam mana nak open the whisking tubing. Those experience you kena buat sendiri baru you understand. So kalau keluar SPM-RSM, dah tahu dah cara nak handle whisking tube macam mana, nak buka whisking tube macam mana, nak ikat whisking tube tu macam mana. Semua tu kena experience, kena hands on. Okay. Ada ke orang masuk yang masih lagi saya tak admit? Saya tengok. Okay, tak ada. Alright, so application in living organism, kita akan tengok active and passive transport in living organism. The passive, kita akan discuss gases exchange between the alveolus and a blood capillary through simple diffusion. Satu, simple diffusion. Dekat mana? Dekat alveolus. And then kita also akan tengok reabsorption of water by osmosis through the renal tubule in the kidney. Yang ni kita tak discuss in detail. I akan bagi this one. Okay. And then absorption of water by plant root hair cell by osmosis. Yang ni pun kita akan tengok in detail. Absorption of water by osmosis dekat root hair cell. And then berlaku juga absorption of fructose molecule in the villus by facilitated diffusion. Okay, this one you akan tengok more in chapter excretion nanti. Chapter 13 if I'm not mistaken. You will discuss in detail about bullet number 2. And then bullet number 4 ni, you guys akan discuss this in topic nutrition. Okay, just that the mention dekat sini, those parts akan berlaku discussion in detail. But for today, kita akan tengok this one and this one. Okay, while for active transport, the organism it occur at the absorption of glucose and amino acid in the villus. This one, kita cerita yang ni sekali. Okay, yang this one and this one. Reabsorption of glucose through the renal tubule in the kidney. Yang ni pun bersama dengan topik ni. Okay, transport of sucrose from a leaf to a phloem tissue. This one you will jumpa nanti masa belajar chapter transport in plant during form 4. Okay, absorption of mineral ion by a plant root hair cell. Yang ni pun masa chapter form 4. Water uptake. Okay, transport of water, transport in plants. So, hari ni kita go detail contoh simple diffusion in human that is in the alveolus. So, this one you can see in your textbooks pun ada gambar rajah ni. Cantik gambar rajah ni. It shows This is the alveolus punya epithelium. Nampak tak dia punya kriteria dia? Dia dibentuk oleh one cell thick. Senipis satu sel atau setebal satu sel. Bila dia setebal satu sel, maka it is easier for the gases untuk goes in ataupun goes out from the alveolus. Okay, dia nipis. So distance of diffusion berlaku tu pendek. Bila distance tu pendek, so the diffusion can happen very efficient. Okay, and then dia sangat rapat, sangat dekat with the blood capillary, where the blood capillary surround, like seriously surrounding the alveolus. Okay, because of that, dia easy untuk the gases move. Alright, now bila kita tengok this blood, as you can see, this part dia buat colour dia biru. Biru showing deoxygenated blood. Meaning the blood lack of oxygen but they have a lot of carbon dioxide. So in this case, in the blood, is said to be has high concentration of carbon dioxide. Bila dekat dalam blood, high concentration of carbon dioxide. At the same time, dalam alveolus ada low concentration of carbon dioxide. Wujudlah different concentration. In the blood vessel, high CO2. In the alveolus, low CO2. So when there is difference in concentration, thus carbon dioxide from the blood will diffuse into the alveolus by simple diffusion. Kenapa they goes by simple diffusion? Because carbon dioxide is a small molecule and dia adalah non-polar molecule. So they can just diffuse sahaja through the membrane. Ada dua membrane kat situ, dua epithelial tissue. Epithelial of the blood capillary, one cell thick, and then epithelial of the alveolus, also one cell thick. So dua-dua ni nipis je. So carbon dioxide boleh go from high concentration to lower concentration into the alveolus. So it happened in us now. Now we know what is the process yang berlaku kat kita punya paru-paru. Boleh? Okay ke? Alright. At the same time, bila kita inhale gas, gas yang masuk tu, bukan sahaja ada carbon dioxide tapi juga ada the oxygen gas. So actually every time we inhale gas into our alveolus, into our lungs, yang kita ambil adalah berapa percentage of oxygen? Siapa ingat dia belajar masa lower form ni? Form 1, form 2. Respiration. Gas oksigen ada berapa persen yang you inhale in? 21%. Okay, berapa carbon dioxide? Very small amount, that is 0.04%. Okay, apa yang paling banyak goes into your lungs? That is nitrogen gas, berapa? 78%. While inert gas ada lebih kurang 1%. Kalau kita tambah, total ada 100%. So every time you inhale ada 78% of nitrogen masuk in your paru-paru. Tapi berapa yang keluar? Sama, 78% juga. Ada 21% gas, oksigen masuk in your paru-paru. Berapa oksigen yang keluar? Sikit je, about 16%. Dari 21 yang masuk, keluar ada lebih kurang 16%. Okay, kalau carbon dioxide yang masuk 0.04, yang keluar adalah berapa? Apa tahu? 0.4 kan? 0.4% yang keluar. Yang masuk 0.04, yang keluar 0.4. So that is what you learn masa form 1, form 2. Okay. So samalah juga. Sekarang kita nak apply the same thing. Tadi ada carbon dioxide tapi yang ni hanyalah sikit je, which is 0.04%. Tapi bila kita bawa dia keluar, because of daripada sini, carbon dioxide dah masuk ke dalam alveolus. So nilai ni akan bertambah menjadi 0.4%. Okay, pergi mana? Pergi keluar. Kita exhale it out. Keluar daripada badan. Okay, while oxygen gas yang masuk adalah 21%. Okay. So, bila yang banyak ni dekat dalam alveolus ada high concentration of oxygen gas. Dekat dalam darah kita low concentration of oxygen gas. So, ada different concentration. Dalam alveolus high, dalam blood capillary low. So when there is differences, so oxygen from the alveolus diffuse into the capillary by simple diffusion. Okay, dapat That is what this structure explain to you. Tajuk dia simple diffusion. Kalau ada different concentration, so bahan tu akan bergerak daripada tempat banyak ke tempat dia sikit. Like that. Okay guys. Now, in your textbooks also, it gives satu lagi contoh berlakunya active transport dan juga osmosis dekat roots hair cell. So, it shows here ada satu pokok, dia ada akar. Akar tu dibesarkan. Bila dia besarkan akar tu, nampak tak ni epidermal layer dia ni, ada certain epidermal layer, dia jadi benda-benda cacing macam ni. Yang cacing ni bukan cacing, dia adalah root hair cell. Nama sel ni root hair cell. Korang nampak tak sel ni dia satu tau. Satu sel tapi dia adapt themselves untuk dia jadi sel yang panjang macam ni. Special, nama dia root hair cell. Dia tak ada chloroplast. They have vacuole. They have mitochondria. They have all the organelle kecuali the chloroplast. Okay, that's why warna dia tak hijau. Kasi tak ada pigment chloroplast tu. Okay, now in the soil, these roots dia duduk kat dalam soil. Dalam soil ni ada banyak mineral ions. Okay, in the soil there is mineral salt, high concentration of mineral salt. While, sebenarnya terbalik. Mineral salt in the soil is less. Nak compare dengan dekat dalam root hair cell, sebenarnya root hair cell tu dia kecil. Dia kecil tapi dia ada banyak bahan terlarut sebab kerja dia adalah dia suka ambil mineral salt. So nak compare mineral salt outside of the cell dengan inside of the cell ada more mineral salt. Sebab mineral salt tu sentiasa diambil secara active transport. Ingat kriteria active transport, it cause accumulation of certain thing in a cell. So, active transport, dia guna energy untuk ambil sebanyak mungkin mineral ion from the soil into the root hair cell. Boleh? So, kalau ada mineral ions, kat sini ada banyak mineral ions dekat dalam root hair cell. So dia akan ambil lagi, root hair cell akan ambil lagi mineral ion masuk ke dalam root hair cell. Dan proses ni dipanggil active transport. Dia memang suka collect, collect, kumpul all the mineral ions. Memang kerja root hair cell to take mineral ions from the soil into the root hair cell. Okay, kenapa dia nak create this? Because they want to make the root hair cell becoming low water potential. Low water potential means here dalam root hair cell ni ada banyak bahan terlarut. minerals masuk dalam sel dia kan. So dia akan jadi dia akan membentuk solution dekat dalam sel tu pekat. Banyak bahan terlarut. Compared to outside cell ada banyak water. Ada high water molecule. So bila dia high water molecule, kita panggil dia high water potential. Okay. Kalau tempat tu banyak air, kita namakan dia high water potential. Boleh nampak tak ni teacher label ni? High water potential in the soil. While in the root hair cell, dia ada banyak bahan terlarut, dia akan have low water potential. Inside the root hair cell, there is low water potential. Kenapa dia low water potential? Sebab dia banyak bahan terlarut. What is that bahan terlarut? The mineral ions yang dia ambil secara active transport. So plant ni dia saja je buat active transport and ambil the mineral ion supaya dia punya water potential jadi low. Because of that, water daripada persekitaran dia will diffuse into the root hair cell by osmosis. Dia buat kerja satu je, which is dia ambil mineral ion secara aktif. Bila dia dah ambil ion secara aktif, water akan voluntary masuk ke dalam sel dia secara osmosis. So dia dapat dua, dia dapat minerals and also dia akan dapat water. Water is important in plants for what? Siapa tahu? What is the importance of water in the plant cell, in a plant?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis, pandai. Dia adalah basic component untuk buat photosynthesis. Tak ada air, tak ada photosynthesis boleh berlaku. Okay, next. Now kita nak tengok the tonicity. Tadi kita dah apply dah konsep active transport, osmosis dengan simple diffusion dekat living organism. Now kita nak tengok kesan tonicity kepada sel, tumbuhan sel haiwan. So, nanti you akan jumpa 3 perkataan ni, that is isotonic, hypotonic, hypertonic. So tonic merujuk kepada tonicity. Tonic ni mestilah solution yang dalam dia ada bahan terlarut. Tu maksud tonic. Okay. Apa tu isotonic, apa tu hypotonic, apa tu hypertonic? So generally there are 3 type of solution. Depends on jumlah bahan yang ada dalam dia. Okay, as you have learned, diffusion of water occurs by osmosis from an area of high water potential to area of lower water potential across a plasma membrane. Ini definition of osmosis. Laju sangat ke teacher? Boleh kan? Korang boleh follow kan?
Boleh.
Alright. So, kita dah belajar osmosis tu definition dia adalah movement of water from high water potential to low water potential wajib across a plasma membrane. And wajib sebut water molecule move from high water potential to low water potential. Okay. Nak kenal what is the isotonic solution, dia bagi contoh dalam buku teks like this. Okay, you have on your left hand side, is it A is on your left hand side? Ya tak? Sama kan dengan I kan? This is my left hand side. This is my right hand side. Betul?
Yes.
Okay. So A, as you can see, ada 2 molecule yang larut dekat dalam water. B also have 2 molecule yang larut dalam water. So water molecule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So both side have same molecule of water, same number of molecule of water. Because of that, kita kata A isotonic to B. Okay? They have same concentration of solution. So kita panggil solution A and B are isotonic towards each other. So no net movement of water. Water move from A to B and from B to A at same rates. sama kadar dia. Ada pergerakan air tapi pada kadar yang sama. That's why dia panggil no net movement of water. That is called as isotonic solution. When concentration kiri dengan kanan dia sama. Concentration of solute sama, concentration of water pun sama. Okay, dapat? Isotonic drink pernah dengar? Contoh 100 plus. Lagi Revive. The best isotonic drink adalah coconut water. Coconut water tu as isotonic drink yang sangat best, yang sangat bagus. It's good for you kalau demam ke, kita better minum yang yang natural macam ni, coconut water tu. Good. Okay, next kita nak tengok hypotonic. Okay, kalau hypo tu merujuk banyak air. More water atau high water potential. Okay, definition dia, kalau dalam this case, as you can see, ada satu molecule of solute, ada 3 molecule of solute. So, comparison dia, this one has lower solute. So, kita panggil dia higher water potential. B pula, dia ada banyak solute, auto dia akan jadi low water potential. In my explanation, I will always buat short form water potential. I guna WP untuk short form of water potential. Okay, in this case, it is said to be that solution A is hypotonic to solution B. So, water molecule diffuse from A to B by osmosis. Explanation ni adalah skema jawapan tau. Korang akan dapat 1 markah bila you state macam ni, 1 markah. And then you cakap this one you dapat 1 markah. Osmosis sahaja you dapat another 1 marks. So explanation tu ada 3 markah kalau dia soalan SPM. Even soalan IGCSE pun you will get that 3 marks. First you bagi tahu dulu siapa, apa kepada apa. Kalau kita nak cakap pasal tonicity, we must have 2 solution. Okay, mesti kena ada 2 solution. Let's say saya ada 1 air ni, saya ada 1 air ni. Mesti ada 2 solution. You tak boleh cakap 1 air. Air ni adalah hypotonic solution je. Sebab you tak compare. Kalau you nak kata dia isotonic, you mesti kena compare dia dengan something else. Contoh, isotonic drink tu. Kenapa kita panggil dia isotonic drink? Kita bezakan isotonic drink tu dengan siapa? Kita bandingkan isotonic drink tu, contohnya 100 plus dengan our cytoplasm. Sebab isotonic drink tu kita nak minum ke kucing kita nak minum? Kita. Kan? 100 plus tu adalah drink yang dicipta untuk manusia kan? So, kenapa kita panggil dia isotonic? Sebab isotonic drink tu, dia isotonic to the human cell membrane. Kan? The human cytoplasm. So, cytoplasm tu adalah liquid dalam badan kita ataupun interstitial fluid tu satu fluid dekat dalam badan kita. So, kita compare interstitial fluid kita dengan the isotonic drink. They are isotonic to us. So isotonic kat situ mesti ada 2 comparison. Macam in this case, A is hypotonic towards B. Sifat hypotonic tu mestilah solution tu has high water potential. High water potential. Another one mesti low water potential. Baru kita boleh comparekan dua-dua siapa hypo kepada siapa. So A is hypotonic towards B. While B is hypertonic towards A. Gambar raja ni kita terus boleh guna dua-dua. Hypo boleh, hyper pun boleh. Siapa hypo kepada siapa? A hypo kepada B. Siapa hyper kepada siapa? B hyper kepada A. Clear tak? Boleh tak?
Clear.
Alright, dia bagi contoh lagi satu, hypertonic solution. Nampak? Dia terbalikkan sahaja. Okay. Yang mana satu high water potential? A ke B?
B.
Pandai. B has high water potential. A, low water potential. So, water move from where to where? Mestilah from B to A. Sebab water will move from high water potential to low water potential through semi-permeable membrane by osmosis. Okay, now clear hyper dengan hyper. Boleh
Okay.
Senang je. Yang ni senang insyaAllah. Now, kita nak tengok the effect of hypotonic, hypertonic and isotonic solution on animal cell. Maksudnya, kita compare solution-solution tu dengan cytoplasm. Okay. First, kita tengok in animal cell. Effect of hypotonic solution towards a red blood cell. Yang ni paling senang kita nak ambil daripada badan kita. Kita just bleedkan sikit, ambil darah. Kita letak dia dekat dalam larutan yang hypotonic toward the cytoplasm inside the red blood cell. Okay. When red blood cells are placed in a hypotonic solution, water will diffuse into the cell by osmosis. Maksudnya dekat luar, water potential high. Kat dalam, water potential low. Apa maksud water potential high? Banyak air. Banyak air, banyak water. Water potential low meaning less water. So water diffuse into the red blood cell by osmosis. Okay, water masuk into the cell by osmosis. What happened after that bila water masuk inside the cell by osmosis? Causing the cell to swell. Bergemuk macam balloon kena fill in with air, and finally they will burst. Okay, this is because the plasma membrane is too thin to withstand the osmotic pressure built up in the cell. Okay, osmotic pressure. The burst of the red blood cell is known as hemolysis. Hymo come from the hemoglobin. Dalam red blood cell ada hemoglobin. So kita namakan dia hymo because of ada hemoglobin. Lysis adalah pecah. Lysis sama dengan break ataupun pecah. Bahasa Melayu dia pecah. Bahasa Inggeris dia break. That breaks, yeah. Okay, dapat. Hypolysis. Whenever you jumpa perkataan lysis, dia bermaksud pecah. Okay, clear? Guys, terms macam hemolysis ni terms yang korang memang kena ingat lah. Kena hafal. Kalau I take cheek cell, I put into the hypotonic solution, what happened to the cheek cell? They also will swell and finally burst. Boleh tak kita panggil dia undergone hemolysis?
No.
Tak boleh sebab dia bukan hemoglobin. Dia tak ada hemoglobin. So kita tak boleh sebut hemolysis. Kita cuma cakap dia swell and finally burst. The cell undergo lysis. That's it. Okay. Boleh settle. Next kita nak tengok. Korang ada 82 orang je lagi. Ada 82 orang. About 30 orang tak ada. 30 orang tak ada. Mana pergi semua ni? Okay. Effect of hypertonic solution pula on the red blood cell. Okay. When red blood cells are placed in a hypertonic solution, water will move out from the cell. Okay, let's say in this, inside the cell, water potential adalah higher, while outside of the cell, water potential adalah low. Maksudnya, red blood cell ni kita rendam dekat dalam larutan yang lebih pekat berbanding cytoplasm of the red blood cell. So, red blood cell tu ada lebih banyak water compared to dia punya surrounding solution. Because of that, water from the cell diffuse out by osmosis. Okay, bila water keluar from that cell, the cell become crinkle. Dia jadi shrink. Okay, bila dia jadi shrink, cell shrink and crinkle, and we say the cell undergo crenation. Okay, the cell undergo crenation. It's crenates, it's crinkle. Okay. Tepat. Kenapa dia lost water? Sebab solution outside lagi pekat berbanding dia punya cytoplasm. So they will lose water by osmosis. If we put the red blood cell in isotonic solution, what is isotonic solution? The solution that has same concentration of water with the red blood cell. Okay, so water diffuse into and out of the cell by osmosis at the same rates. So no net movement of water across the plasma membrane. Water masuk, water keluar sama kadar dia. So okay je. Okay. So water potential outside sama dengan water potential inside. So movement of water sama, keluar masuk sama. So sel tu nampak cun je. That is your red blood cell. Nice, right? Tu belum kita go deeper dengan electron microscope. If we use electron microscope, then we see phospholipid bilayer, core protein, carrier protein, glycolipid, glycoprotein, and blah blah blah, banyak gila. Kan? Yang ni bawah mikroskop, light microscope je nampak like this. Okay? Sampai sekarang semua orang okay ke?
Okay.
Alright. Cell will maintain their normal shape. Okay? Alright. This is effect of tonicity on a plant cell. Okay. Kalau kita letak plant cell in a hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution tu macam mana? Hypotonic solution, they have more water compared to the cell. So outside, water potential is high. Inside the cell, water potential is low. So water diffuse into the cell by osmosis. What happened when the water diffuse into the plant cell? Dia akan accumulate in the vacuole. Water, specifically, they will go into the vacuole. Okay? By osmosis. Dia masuk terus dalam vacuole. Dalam cytoplasm ada sikit tapi mostly organelle vacuole yang akan collect all the water yang goes into the cell. Okay. This will cause the vacuole to expand. Besar, gemuk, swell. Okay. Tapi kita tak guna swell kat sini. Kita panggil expand. And push the cytoplasm and plasma membrane against the cell wall. Bila water masuk, water jadi penuh kat dalam ni. So water yang penuh ni dia akan push dia punya membrane of vacuole towards the cytoplasm kat sini and also towards the cell membrane and also the cell wall. So that gives turgidity of the cell. In this condition, the cell are said to be turgid. Plant cell do not burst because the cell wall is rigid and strong. Okay, this is said to, tadi kita dah cakap, are said to be turgid. Nanti jumpa perkataan turgidity. Lepas tu jumpa perkataan turgor-pressure. Okay. Turgid. Turgid tu bila sel dia swell, dia expand. Kita tak kata swell, kita panggil dia expand. Okay. When the cell expand, perkataan lain dia, the cell turgid. Cell turgid is a term untuk menggantikan explanation kepada turgid, cell expand. Kenapa expand? Sebab water diffuse into the cell by osmosis. This give turgidity to the cell. Turgidity of the cell create turgor pressure. Turgor pressure menyebabkan pokok dia boleh tegak. Pokok tu kalau dia tak ada kayu, dia tak ada xylem dalam dia, tak ada pokok-pokok yang bukan pokok berkayu. Contoh herbaceous plants macam pokok sawi, pokok bayam, pokok kangkung. Diorang tu tak ada batang berkayu. So macam mana diorang boleh tegak is based on the turgor pressure of the cell. Okay, so turgor pressure is one of support system in herbaceous plant. All right. The effect in effect of hypotonic solution into plant cell. Tadi saya sebutkan perkataan turgor pressure. Turgor pressure is important to the plant cell because it gives support and maintain the shape of the cell. Okay, turgor pressure created by the turgidity from the cell yang turgid tadi tu. Okay, cell turgidity cause guard cell to swell to allow the stomata to remain open for photosynthesis. Okay, turgidity cause ni guard cell ni dia 2 biji sel tau. Okay, dia 2 biji sel dan 2 biji sel tu kalau dia receive water diffuse into them, they become turgid, they become expand. Bila dia expand, dia curl inwards, so dia cause these to open, stomata to be open. Okay. Kalau dia direndam dalam hypertonic solution, then the guard cell pula lost water. Bila dia lost water, dia jadi shrink. That is how hypertonic solution cause the cell. When plant cells are placed in a hypertonic solution, water will diffuse out from the cell, from the vacuole by osmosis. Vacuole and the cytoplasm will shrink, cause the plasma membrane to be pulled away from the cell wall. Okay? You nampak tak ni sebenarnya ni? You nampak tak kalau I guna warna biru? I guna warna kuning. Kuning nampak Okay, ni the cell wall is pulled away from the cell membrane are pulled away from the cell wall. Yang ni adalah the cell wall. I lukis ni, this is the cell wall. Okay. Yang kuning tu is the cell membrane. Now, bila water from the cell diffuse out, the vacuole kat tengah ni jadi shrink, jadi kecut sangat. So, dia kat tengah kecut, dia tarik sekali dengan cytoplasm and the cell membrane kecut bersama dengan dia juga. So, because of that, the cell membrane is pulled away from the cell wall. Cell membrane being pulled away from the cell wall. Okay. By this, the cell will become crinkled and lost their turgidity. Okay, ni lagi jelas. As you can see, this is the cell wall. Kita lukis satu cell wall. Ni. I show warna kuning is the cell membrane. Nampak tak? Cell membrane tu tinggal macam tu je. Enclose everything inside the cell. Okay, ruang yang teacher color warna hijau, warna biru ni adalah ruang kosong, tak ada apa-apa. Dapat? Vacuole, cytoplasm, organelle, semuanya shrink duduk dekat dalam ruang yang ada warna kuning tu. Okay, While space yang warna biru tu tak ada apa-apa, kosong. Yang warna purple, that is the cell wall. Cell wall dia maintain dah kat situ, cuma dia dah tak segah, tak kena tolak dah dengan the water, so dia stay je kat situ. Macam tu. Okay. This process is known as plasmolysis. The cell is said to undergone plasmolysis. Okay. And cause the leaf and stem to bend downwards and wilt. This is how the cell look like bila plants jadi wilted. You akan inilah proses yang berlaku kat dalam sel tu. Bila you nampak ada pokok yang wilt. Bila pokok wilt, bila you lupa nak siram pokok kat luar rumah, your mum dah pesan, mami nak pergi kerja, nanti later tolong siram pokok ya. Lepas tu you tak siram. Nanti petang your mum balik, pokok ni dah wilt. Jangan macam tu. Go siram, okay? Kesian pokok. They need water, like seriously. Plasmolysed plant cell can regain their turgidity if the cell are returned to a hypotonic solution immediately. Okay, bila nampak pokok tu dah pun wilted, pergi siram dia cepat-cepat. Ataupun your mom balik daripada pasar, bawa balik sayur tu nampak macam tak segar. Tak best lah, sayur ni nampak tak fresh. Macam nak make it fresh? Rendam dia dalam water. Later dia akan absorb semula water yang ada dekat dalam tempat yang you rendam tu, goes back into the cell, so the cell turgid again, then they becomes fresh again. Okay, the cell are said to undergo deplasmolysis. Deplasmolysis, bila sel yang telah pun undergo plasmolysis, dia regain water, dan kita cakap dia deplasmolysis. Okay. Tapi kalau sel tu tak undergo plasmolysis, boleh tak dia jadi deplasmolysed? Tak boleh lah. Dia kena undergo plasmolysis dulu. Dia kena wilt dulu, baru dia akan undergo deplasmolysis. Kalau dia tak wilt, dia stay je. Tak adalah deplasmolysisnya. Alright. Clear tak everyone?
Clear.
Okay. Effect of isotonic solution. Alright. When the sap of the plant cell and extracellular are the same, the solution are said to be isotonic to the plant cytoplasm or plant cell sap. Cell sap tu adalah solution dekat dalam vacuole. Okay. The movement of water diffuse in and out of the cell are the same. Ni kalau kita rendam plant cell dekat dalam isotonic solution. Isotonic solution ni mesti ada sama concentration between the solution dengan the cell sap of the cell. Cell sap tu yang mana? Kalau teacher boleh lukis, this is plant cell. Plant cell wajib lukis ada 2 layer showing they have the cell wall and cell membrane. Ada nucleus, ada vacuole. Okay. Dalam vacuole ni kita panggil, cell sap. Yang kita bandingkan isotonic tadi tu adalah solution dekat luar dengan solution dekat dalam vacuole. Cell sap. Dalam cell sap ni ada water mainly and also mineral ions yang dissolve kat dalam water tu. Okay. If we put the cell into an isotonic solution, the cell will become flaccid. Flaccid tu tak ada perubahan apa-apa. Dia sama je. Okay, sebelum dan selepas sama, dan kita panggil dia flaccid. Okay. Now kita tengok contoh soalan. What is the function of a root hair cell? Tadi kita belajar root hair cell. Ingat tak macam mana rupa root hair cell? Ada epidermal. Tiba-tiba ada satu sel epidermal ni, dia undergo adaptation untuk ada macam ni. Ingat tak tadi? So ada epidermal cell. So that is the root hair cell. What is the function of root hair cell?
Absorption.
Yes, dia nak absorb apa?
Mineral ions.
Yes, mineral ions absorb secara apa?
Active transport.
Pandai. Active transport. Lagi dia ambil apa lagi?
Water by osmosis.
Okay, they also absorb water by osmosis. Okay. Tepat. Sudah dapat nota comel 1. The diagram shows how a cell appear under the microscope at the start of an experiment and after it has been placed in a dilute solution of salt for 5 minutes. Dilute solution. Solution yang cair. Dia adalah solution garam tetapi dia cair. Berapa lama? 5 minit. So dari perubahan dia daripada sini kepada sana. Okay. Start of experiment and then after the experiment. So, what do you think is the criteria for the dilute solution of salt?
Low concentration.
Ya, ni solution. Dia ni direndam kat dalam salt solution. Salt solution ni, apa dia punya water potential dia?
High.
Water potential high. Dekat dalam cell sap, water potential
Low.
low. So what happened? Water diffuse into the cell by
Osmosis.
osmosis. Causing inside the cell ada banyak water. So ni semuanya ada banyak water. So bila water ada banyak dekat dalam the vacuum wall, apa dia buat? It give
Turgid.
turgid. It make the cell become turgid and then dia akan create pressure to push until the cell wall. So the cell now become turgid. This is a turgid cell. Okay, which statement explain what happened? Is it dissolved salt enter the cell by the fusion?
No.
No. Is it dissolved salt leave the cell by the fusion?
No.
No. Dia bukannya salt yang leave, bukan salt yang both. Okay. Water enter the cell by osmosis. Water enter.
Yes.
Water enter. Yes. By osmosis. Yes. Water leave the cell by osmosis. Water leave. No. Water by osmosis. Yes. Tapi yang mana satu yang dua-dua betul?
C.
Okay, setuju. So, bila you dapat soalan ada gambar macam ni, buat nota cantik-cantik. Boleh tak? Letak water potential kat mana? High. Water potential kat mana? Low. Lepas tu buat anak panah, tulis atas dia osmosis. Okay, gambar rajah yang macam ni will help you. Kalau you tulis nota cantik-cantik, you faham apa you lukis, you can get 3 marks from your explanation of the diagram. Maybe lebih. Maybe lebih. So, key dia, when you jumpa gambar rajah, cakap pasal osmosis, you first label, identify kat mana water potential high, kat mana water potential low. Dah dapat yang tu, you buat dia anak panah. Then tulis osmosis bergerak from where to where. Apa yang you draw, you tulis jadi ayat, you will get marks. Okay, senang kan? Topik ni senang sangat. Diagram below shows a root hair cell. When does water enter the cell by osmosis? Water enter cell by osmosis. Dia nak apa? Dia nak water enter the cell by osmosis. So kita tahu kalau water nak masuk dekat luar mesti water potential high. Dekat dalam water potential kena low. Barulah water can diffuse into the cell by osmosis. Setuju?
Setuju.
Alright. So kalau water potential high dekat luar, maksudnya dekat luar tu solution dia apa? Solution dia adalah hypotonic. toward the cell sap. Yang ni nama dia cell sap. Has low water potential, so dia hypertonic lah. So kita tallykan dengan our answers. A, when the concentration of solute outside the cell is greater than inside the cell. Solute lebih banyak dekat luar. Kalau solute lebih banyak kat luar, yang tu water potential low.
Low.
Betul? So yang ni jadi salah. B, when the concentration of solute inside and outside of the cell are equal. Yang ni apa?
Isotonic.
Isotonic, yes. When the water potential inside the cell is higher than outside. Water inside the cell is higher than outside.
Hypertonic.
Potential higher, salah lah sebab kita dah label kalau in order nak bawa masuk water potential kat luar yang kena high, betul tak? So inside dia jadi salah. D. Oh, alamak dia tak charging ke? Charging, sorry When the water potential outside the cell is higher than inside the cell. Yang ni tally dengan nota kita, betul tak?
Yes.
Water potential outside higher compared to the inside of the cell. So D is the answer. Yay! Senang kan? Papa senang. Okay, how about this one? Yang ni yang SPM-RSM this year, 2023, keluar soalan ni. Osmometer. The diagram shows an experiment demonstrating osmosis using a dialysis tubing bag. Dialysis tubing bag ni dia disamakan seperti kita punya cell membrane. It just that Visking tubing dia tak ada carrier protein, channel protein, cholesterol and all the glycolipid and glycoprotein. Yang tu tak ada. Dia cuma ada phospholipid bilayer. Dia bentuk lebih kurang lah macam phospholipid bilayer. That's why dia macam mimik kepada cell membrane. Okay. Now, kita tengok. Dalam dialysing tubing, soalan dia, which word correctly complete the statement? After 30 minutes, the level of liquid in the glass tube goes upper because the water had a water potential than the sugar solution. Adakah I terhilangkan label? I terhilangkan label guys. Ya, okay, kita ada sugar solution dekat dalam the whisking tubing. Lepas tu kita ada water outside. So saya letak kat sini. Kat mana saya nak letak? Saya kecilkan, saya letak kat sini. Okay, boleh. Okay, now. Inside the tube kita letak sugar. Outside the tube kita letak water and only water. So kalau ada water je, of course lah, water potential dia lebih higher. Dekat mana? Dekat dalam bika ni. Okay. Kat dalam whisking tubing ada sugar solution, so water potential dia adalah low. So water diffuse from the outside into the whisking tubing by osmosis. So kalau water diffuse in, what happened to the level of water in the glass tube? Dia akan push upwards. So after 30 minutes, the level of liquid in the glass tube goes up. Yang ni tak payah baca dah. Okay. Yes, the water had a higher water potential than the sugar solution. That's why water diffused into the whisking tubing by osmosis. So jawapan kita adalah Diuk. Senang tak? Apa senang? Senang kan?
Senang.
Boleh Alhamdulillah. Kita tengok next question. A student make the following statement about the movement of ions by active transport. Okay, now kita nak tengok active transport pula. Active transport criteria dia apa? From low to high. Lepas tu needed energy.
Energy.
Needed carrier protein. Okay. So that is the idea bila kita nak discuss pasal active transport. It is the net movement of particle from low concentration to high concentration. Is it correct?
Yes.
Low to high. Yes, sir. Betul. Number 2. It is the net movement of particle from high concentration to low concentration. Net movement from high concentration to low. Yang ni salah. It require the use of energy from respiration. Is it?
Yes.
True.
It can only take place in living cells.
Yes.
Yes, sebab dia perlukan carrier protein. Tak ada carrier protein tak boleh buat. Okay, because the process needed energy. Dan carrier protein tu yang perlukan energy untuk change the shape of the carrier protein to bring in or bring out substances yang the cell needed. So the answer will be 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4 tak ada. Sorry, 1, 3 and 4. So the answer is A. Setuju?
Setuju.
Setuju.
Alhamdulillah. Senang je. How about this one? The diagram shows an experiment to investigate osmosis in living cells. Dia bagi potatoes, dia bagi water, dia buat satu, this is potatoes with ni dia punya kulit tau. Kulit yang masih intact. Dekat bawah, yang ni kulit dah dibuang. Okay. Lepas tu dia letak water kat sini. Dekat bawah dia letak concentrated sugar. Cuba kita label dekat mana water potential high. Water potential high. Dekat dalam concentrated sugar, water potential low. Potato, bila dia buang the kulit, the skin, so that area yang kena cut dia jadi permeable. Dia expose the cell membrane. So, boleh berlaku tak osmosis?
Boleh.
From where to where? From the sugar solution into the well. Well is what? Well is telaga. Telaga potatoes tu. Okay. So because of dekat dalam telaga tu ada high water potential, dekat bawah dalam concentrated sugar tu ada low water potential. Apa teacher? Salah lah teacher. Macam mana arah dia? Balik kan? Apa proses tu? From high water potential to low water potential by osmosis. At the end, the water volume dekat dalam the well of potato tu akan jadi decrease. So, volume of water dekat dalam here decrease. Increase salah, remain the same pun salah. Okay. Volume of sugar solution increase. Of course lah, bila kita dah pilih A tu sebagai jawapan dia, the only jawapan, so A je lah jawapan dia. Okay, boleh dapat tak? Kenapa volume of sugar jadi increases? Sebab water from the well diffuse down into the glass dish. So, increase the volume of sugar solution. Clear tak?
Clear.
Clear.
What happen kalau potatoes ni kita boil them first before kita buat eksperimen ni? Kita boil dia.
Dah jadi diffusion je.
Pandai. Dia jadi diffusion je. Dia tak jadi osmosis dah. Kenapa?
Jika plasma membrane dah rosak.
Yes, sir. Very good. This plasma membrane has been denatured ataupun breakdown. Okay. Ini untuk, dia kata this is what? Plant cell. Which diagram shows the appearance of plant cell after it is placed in pure water? Pure water bermaksud dekat luar water potential dia high. So dalam sel water potential dia low. So water diffuse into the cell by osmosis. So yang mana satu appearance dia? Rendam dalam pure water, high water potential, water diffuse. Is it this one, water diffuse? Yes, water diffuse, yes. Tapi plant cell tak undergo burst. Why? Because plant cell ada cell wall. Cell wall menghalang sel jadi burst. Baik. So it cannot be B because bursting ni tak berlaku. Water potential dekat luar high, masuk kat dalam sel. Because cell water potential dia low. Secara osmosis. Betul tak D?
Betul.
Yes,
Betul.
sebab dia turgidity is shown by this cell wall yang segah, yang tegak, yang macam expand. Okay, kalau yang C ni, it shows water potential dekat dalam higher compared to water potential dekat luar lower. That's why water diffuse out. Bila water diffuse out, nampak tak cell membrane being pulled away from the cell wall. Tu maksud dia. Gambar aja dia. So, this area akan jadi kosong. Tak ada apa-apa. Ada rongga kosong. Kalau kita pegang the cell, cell tu akan rasa macam lembik. Dia tak crunchy, dia lembik. Macam tu. Okay, how about A? Kenapa kita tak boleh terima A? A also showing that the cell loses water. Okay, water keluar. So bermaksud water potential here is high compared to water potential outside is low. So water diffuse out by osmosis, cell become crinkle. Okay, setuju? So jawapan kita adalah Duke. Oh, senang soalan ni. Which row describe osmosis? Apa tu osmosis? Cuba keluarkan notes. Osmosis is movement of water
Water molecule.
molecule from
High water
high
potential
water potential to
to
low
water potential.
water potential through cell membrane. Okay, that is definition of osmosis. So, does it a movement of water? Yes, yes.
Yes.
So, tak payah tengok dah D. Potong terus. Energy from respiration are used?
No.
No. No. So, this is yes. So, dah dapat dah. Jawapan dia adalah B. That is how we analyze question. Movement through a partially permeable membrane? Yes. So, number B ni semua kriteria tu adalah betul. Menunjukkan betul. Okay. Settle the question ni. How about this one? Which diagram shows the appearance of plant cells several minutes after it has been placed in a concentrated solution? Concentrated sugar solution. So, dia punya water potential of the sugar is low.
No.
Okay. Inside the cell, water potential is high. Yang mana satu showing the cell lost water sebab kalau dekat luar water potential low, of course lah dalam cell water potential high. So water diffuse from the cell into the solution. Which one? Showing yang dia kehilangan water. Cell kehilangan water. This cannot
A.
because tak ada vacuum wall. So jawapan dia adalah A, showing water potential in the vacuum wall is higher compared to outside. So water diffuse out by osmosis, making the cell become
Shrink.
S-H-R-I-N-K, cell shrink. Cell is said to undergo plasmolysis. Plasmolyse ataupun plasmolysis. Okey, dapat? Clear?
Dapat.
Ataupun cell undergo plasmolysis. Boleh tak kita make this cell jadi macam ni semula?
Boleh.
How?
Deplasmolysis.
Okay, proses dia adalah deplasmolysis. Macam mana? Immerse in
Click on the hypotonic solution.
hypotonic solution. So water from outside akan diffuse into the cell by osmosis again. So the cell will become turgid. The cell is said to undergone deplasmolysis. Okay, setuju? Yay, settle. Lagi satu. An uncooked piece of potato was placed in a solution. After 2 hours, the size of the piece of potatoes had decreased. Which row explain why this has happened and how the potato cell have changed? Uncooked pieces of potato. Maksudnya cell membrane dia masih okay. Letak kat dalam satu solution, 2 hours, the size of the pieces decreases. Decreases bermaksud cell decrease in size. So what happened? Water diffuse out kan? Water potential high dekat dalam, water potential low dekat luar. So water diffuse out by osmosis. Dan kita tengok. Water potential in the potato cell. Kita dah label dah. Water potential dia high. High. External solution water potential dia low. So C dengan D tak payah tengok dah. Potato cell become
Plastic.
flaccid. Yes. So the answer is A. Tadi dalam SPM kita tengok flaccid digunakan untuk kalau sel tu tak berlaku perubahan apa-apa kan. Dia direndam dalam isotonic solution kan. Korang kena be careful Dalam IGCSE memang dia pakai perkataan flaccid. Kalau dalam SPM, flaccid is for isotonic. Kalau dalam IG, flaccid is for sel yang hilang air. Dia crinkle sikit. Macam tu. Setuju? Benar? Alright. Kita tengok satu soalan paper 4. Figure 1.2 shows part of the gas exchange surface of a human. This is the alveoli. Nampak tak? I colour This one is the cell of alveoli. Ingat tak tadi kita ada buat soalan gambar rajah yang menunjukkan alveoli dalam human tu kan? Yang teacher warnakan dengan merah, that is the epithelium of the alveoli. Lepas tu keliling dia tu adalah the capillary. Okay. Now the question. State 2 features of the gas exchange surface that are visible in figure 1.2. What is the features yang you nampak?
Cell.
2 features of the gas exchange surface. You nampak alveolus tu? 1 cell.
Thick.
1 cell thick. 1. Nombor 2. Ni. Dia surround with
Blood capillaries.
blood capillary. So that is the 2 features yang you boleh sebut. Thin or 1 cell thick, and they are surrounded by blood capillaries. Okay, so tu je jawapan dia. 2 features of the gas exchange surface. Boleh tak kita sebut dia moist? Alveolus memang moist tau, tapi boleh tak kita sebut dia moist? Kenapa tak?
Not visible.
Pandai, because they are not visible in the diagram. So dalam question macam ni, bila dia kata features that is visible in the diagram, so you kena mention apa yang you nampak je. Okay, kalau tak nampak tak boleh. Lagi satu, dia punya features ni adalah they has good ventilation. Good ventilation bermaksud the alveolus tu tengah kembang. So bila dia kembang, it's allow gas to in and gas out. So that is high ventilation. Okay. Define the term tissue. Ini kita dah belajar in chapter 1 hari tu. Sorry, chapter 2. What is the definition of tissue? A group of same
cells
a group of same cells
that have the same structure and function.
same structure and function. Yes. A group of cell with similar structure. Bentuk dia mesti sama. Working together to perform a shared function. So that is definition for tissue. Clear? Revise balik chapter 2.
Yes.
Tissue tu apa? Okay, water is an essential molecule for life. Complete the statement. Water move into and out of cell by what?
Osmosis.
Pandai. Water is known as because it can
Universal
become
solvent.
universal solvent. Solvent boleh, universal solvent also can. Okay, a leaf cell was put into a solution. The water potential of the solution was lower than the water potential of the content of the cell. Okay, label terus. Water potential is high, dekat luar water potential is low. Dia dah sebut dah, was low. Okay, figure 1.1 is a sketch of cell after 3 hours in the solution. Cell is said to undergo apa? Plus
Plasmolysis.
Okay. The leaf cell was transferred into pure water. Then kita letak dia dalam pure water. Dia minta kita sketch the expected appearance of the cell after it has been in pure water for 3 hours. Nombor 1, dia suruh kita sketch. Nombor 2, dia suruh kita draw one arrow on your sketch to show the direction of water movement. So, kalau kita letak dalam pure water, dia akan terbalik lah kan? Kat luar jadi water potential high. Dekat dalam jadi water potential low. So, water diffuse into the cell by osmosis. The cell will undergo plasmolysis. So, macam mana rupa dia? Macam mana korang nak lukis dia?
Vakuol jadi besar.
Vacuole dia jadi besar. Cell wall dia jadi tegah, turgid. Dia jadi straight. Dia jadi swollen. So, hasil dia daripada macam tu, ingat kriteria untuk kita buat lukisan in biology, dia mestilah 2D only. Bila kita nak lukis, you make sure your pencil is not too sharp but not too tumpul. Just nice. Okay. I prefer, it's okay if you nak guna mechanical pencil but make sure mechanical pencil tu tak begitu tajam. Guna lead 0.7 ke? Jangan 0.5. Okay. And make sure your lead is 2B. 2B ke? HB, sorry. HB. Your pencil is HB pencil. Okay, that is how the cell look like after kita rendam dia dekat dalam pure water for 3 hours. The water will diffuse into the vacuole by osmosis, making the cell wall become turgid. Okay, kriteria pemakahan dia. Pertama, arrow showing water move into the cell. That one you will get this one. Arrow ni saja 1 mark. No space between cell membrane and cell wall. Yang ni dia panggil space dah tak wujud. Dia jadi macam ni. Yes, dapat lagi satu markah. The cell wall slightly bend outwards or straight. Yes, bend outward, satu markah. Vacuole are larger in portion than in figure 1.1. Yes, my vacuole is bigger. So I dapat this one is MP1, MP2, MP3, MP4. So 4 marks for this question. Berapa total marks sebenarnya untuk this question? I rasa macam 3, isn't it? Kalau I tak silap, 3 total marks dia. So I dapat full mark. You guys dapat full mark tak? You try tak this? Pagi tadi sebelum kelas? Later you cuba, okay? Then you baru tahu. You dapat tak markah. Okay guys. Topic 3.4. Movement of substances across application dalam kehidupan seharian kita. Yang korang nampak tu adalah proses pickling. Okay. You have definitely eaten canned pickles, salted fish and fruits before. How are the concept of osmosis and diffusion applied in the food preservation? Okay, macam mana cara konsep ni dia guna untuk jadikan the organic fruits ni dia jadi preserve. Berapa lama this food can last kalau kita letak macam ni? You tahu tak apa tu pickling? Pickles.
Jeruk.
Macam mana nak buat jeruk? Rendam dia dalam? Rendam buah dalam? Nak rendam buah dalam hypotonic ke, isotonic ke, hypertonic solution?
Hypotonic.
Kenapa rendam dalam hypertonic solution? Supaya the cell lost water. Kalau sel tu lost water, dia akan tahan lebih lama. Kenapa? Sebab tak ada microorganism boleh hidup dekat sel yang tak ada water. Bila tak ada water, organism lain, decomposer, dia tak boleh nak stay kat situ. Dia tak, sebab the fruits, the buah-buahan, the plants has very little water ataupun tak ada water langsung. While the maggot, the larvae, maybe dia ada, bukan maybe, dia orang akan ada more water compared to the cell of the plants. So bila the maggot ataupun the ulat-ulat ni dia duduk dekat sel yang dah tak ada water, water from the maggot akan diffuse out pergi dekat the plant cell. So the maggot will shrink, crinkle and die. That is the concept. So nak produce food, nak buat preservation macam ikan kering tu, ikan masin tu. Kenapa ikan masin tu dia boleh stay je? Sebab dia dah lost water. Sel dia tinggal sel kering sahaja, tak ada water langsung. So kalau ada lalat bertelur kat dia dah tak ada water. So telur lalat tu bila pecah jadi larvae. Larvae tu dia ada water dalam badan dia. Water from their body will diffuse out, pergi dekat the ikan masin. So that the larvae akan die because dia jadi dehydrated. Dapat? Boleh. So by understanding that, maka pickles dia boleh tahan lama. Salted fish dia boleh tahan lama. Konsep dia, whatever living cell duduk dekat sel yang telah pun direndam dalam concentrated solution, sel baru yang duduk dekat dia yang ada water akan turut dehydrated dan die. That's why lah ikan salted fish ni dia boleh stay longer. Okay, kita dah learn 3 perkara. So tinggal movement of substances across a plasma membrane and its application in daily life. Okay. Phenomenon of plant wilting. Ini contoh plants tu wilting. This is herbaceous plants. Okay, kenapa dia wilt? Kalau kita letak excessive of fertilizer. Kenapa letak excessive fertilizer plant jadi wilt? Kenapa? Fertilizer will make the soil become hypertonic towards the cell sap of the plants. Hyper bermaksud soil ada less water potential compared to the plant cell. Plant cell has high water potential. So water from the cell diffuse into the soil by osmosis, making the plants become wilted. Dapat tak? Dissolved fertilizer will cause soil water to be hypertonic to the cell sap of the roots. So water will diffuse by osmosis from the root cell sap to the soil and the cell will become plasmolysed. Cell in plant will recover once they are watered again. However, if the period of plasmolysis is prolonged, wilted plant will eventually die. Kalau korang letak excited sangat ni nak tanam pokok, sekali letak baja. Ambillah baja ni banyak-banyak pokok, nanti cepat pokok besar. Tapi dah terlebih. Dah terlebih pun tak boleh. Kena water dia selalu supaya all the fertilizers tu jadi diluted semula. Kalau you lambat take the action, the plants will die. Terus, kesian dia. Okay. Rehydration drink. Siapa pernah minum this? Bukanlah this tapi apa-apa sahaja ORS. Oral Rehydration Salt. Pernah tak minum ni? Siapa yang pernah kena cherry berry? Mesti pernah minum rehydration drinks ni. Kenapa kena minum rehydration drinks? Because dia nak rehydrate. Orang yang dehydrate. Rehydrate berikan water kepada orang yang telah undergo dehydration. Okay, dehydration ni biasanya orang yang sikit sangat minum air ataupun dia kena cherry berry, diarrhea. So you cherry berry, so banyak sangat water, fluid keluar from your body. So yang ni kena cover balik, kena minum balik air. Tapi you tak boleh just drink water, plain water. Cannot, because yang you lost bukan sekadar water, bersama dengan minerals juga you akan lost. So nak regain that water, kena minum ORS, Oral Rehydration Salt. Kita dilutekan the rehydration salt dekat dalam water. Kacau dia and then kita minum. So it regain your hydration. So rehydration drinks such as oral rehydration salt help to recover loss of water and electrolyte in individual with diarrhea. Okay. I believe semua orang pun pernah kena diarrhea, so memang kena minum ORS ni. Alright, this is an example of isotonic drink. So isotonic drink help athlete to recover loss of water and electrolytes such as potassium and sodium through perspiration, the sweating process. Orang yang berlari kan, dia akan sweat banyak kan. Yang dia hilang tu bukan sekadar water tetapi together with the minerals from their body. So dia kena top up balik. Sebab tu kalau orang yang atlet ni, kalau dia sangat-sangat exercise, dia hilang water, the same time dia hilang the minerals, nanti dia punya reaction towards certain thing jadi perlahan. Because electrolyte tak ada. Kalau tak ada, tak cukup untuk help dia orang hantar impulse. Okay, that's why important untuk orang yang atlet ni drink balik isotonic drink. Isotonic drink tu bermaksud the solution is isotonic with our cell sap ataupun cytoplasm ataupun kita punya interstitial fluid. Okay, siapa yang pernah pergi hospital, you nampak orang tu kena drip water kan? That drip water tu kita panggil the saline solution. What is inside the saline solution? Saline solution normally used in medicine contain 0.5 0.85 to 0.90 gram sodium chloride per 100 ml. Ada water, ada sodium chloride. Samalah ni, dua ni ada sodium chloride ni adalah electrolyte, pengganti electrolyte kita. So bagi water bersama dengan electrolyte. So make sure kita kalau tak cukup air, memang badan kita tak sihat. So you kena minum cukup air. A day kena minum berapa liter? 1 to 2 liter. 1 sikit sangat, 2 liter lah. Okay, kalau you minum air cukup, you akan sihat. Okay, this one pernah keluar SPM last year, liposome. What is liposome? Liposome is satu molekul. Dia ni sejenis water insoluble drugs are transported in the hydrophobic area. Liposome ni are vesicle that contain aqueous solution surrounded by a phospholipid bilayer membrane. Liposome adalah this phospholipid bilayer membrane. Selepas scientists understand regarding our cell membrane, they try to produce liposome, where liposome ni adalah satu vesicle yang menyerupai kita punya cell membrane. And then inside the liposome, diorang letak these drugs. So that bila kita makan ubat tu, this drug dia masuk dalam kita punya stomach. Kan ada acid kan dalam stomach kita. Acid ni dia boleh digest drugs ni tau. Menyebabkan drugs, bukan, dia boleh cancel function of the drugs. Jadi drugs tu tak boleh nak work. Kalau kita minum vitamin, kalau kita makan vitamin C, dia masuk dalam stomach, nanti vitamin C tu pun akan dioksidiskan. So untuk mengelakkan pencernaan berlaku kat dalam perut kita untuk apa yang kita makan tu, scientists letak all the vitamin C into this liposome. So bila vitamin C duduk kat sini atau drugs tu duduk kat dalam ni, dia pergi dekat perut, perut tak boleh buat apa-apa kat dia. So that sampailah dia ni masuk kepada kita punya small intestine, where inside small intestine still akan ada digestion and then the vitamin will be released. Bila vitamin tu be released, dia boleh keluar then they will be absorbed directly into our small intestine. So absorption kita akan lebih padu. More molecule of vitamin C yang kita nak kita dapat tu kita akan dapat. I rasa sekarang ni banyak kot produk yang pakai liposome ni. Even scientists akan explain liposomal. I nampak orang jual vitamin C yang dalam bentuk sachet tu kan. Diorang minum, diorang cakap diorang guna this liposome punya technology. Okay. Liposome are used to protect drugs or active substances taken orally from being destroyed by the gastric juice. Bakteria pun mati kalau kena gastric juice. Apatah lagi molekul-molekul yang fragile macam vitamin C tu. So that's why scientists put them into this liposome supaya dia boleh go deeper into our body, go sampai small intestine and then being absorbed by the small intestine. Okay. Alright. And then satu lagi, kita gunakan konsep yang kita belajar ni dalam reverse osmosis. Inside reverse osmosis, teknologi ni kita guna to use extract fresh water from seawater using the desalination process. In reverse osmosis equipment, pressure is applied to push the seawater through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, you nampak this one adalah liquid yang ada seawater, ada banyak bahan terlarut. Lepas tu kita ada selective permeable membrane. Dah ada permeable membrane ni, dia hanya permeable towards water molecule je. So kalau kita push that water, kita bagi pressure, dia akan menyebabkan bahan yang dekat dalam liquid tu kena tolak untuk pergi ke sini. But because of the permeable ni, the semi-permeable membrane ni hanya allow water je to pass through. So water je lah boleh pass through. So dapatlah water molecule yang clean, yang fresh, tak ada bahan terlarut yang lain. Unless ada lagi solution yang lebih kecil berbanding water, then dia boleh pass through. But mostly this membrane hanya allow water sahaja to pass through. That is called by reverse osmosis. should be water kan dia move daripada high water potential to low water potential kan. But in this case dia reverse that process. So daripada sini high water potential, sini low water potential. Because of dia bagi pressure, so osmosis berlaku secara reverse. Dapat? Clear? Dengan cara ni orang boleh ambil air laut untuk dapatkan air fresh water. Okay. This is an example of question untuk this topic. Okay. A plant was not watered for 1 week. Figure 1.2 shows a series of photograph of the plant during the week. Korang okay ke dah 12.42? Hari ni hari apa?
Jumaat.
Hari Jumaat. Korang nak pergi Jumaat? I'm so sorry. Ya Allah. Sorry. Korang nak pergi semayang Jumaat kan? Most of the boy. So,
Yeah.
can we sambung discussion of the question tomorrow?
Yes.
Alright guys,
Yes.
sorry. Tak ada seorang pun ingatkan teacher. Sorry. Apa tak I tengok makin sikit kita punya members in the class. Alright, so kita tutup kelas kita dengan surah Al-As dan tasbih kifarah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa as inna insana fi khus illazina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Okay guys, bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Miss. Bye.
Waalaikumsalam, cikgu.
Thank you, Mi.
Thank you, cikgu.
Welcome. Sorry sayang. Thank you, Miss. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Sorry.